All right, my iGT people. Let's start talking about the last part and the last block, which is going to be consideration, preparation, and experience. And this is all about finding the right people and executing their process. So, I'm going to be walking you a little bit through EXPA, which is our internal platform to posting opportunities, the selection and delivery ideal timelines, and just a brief overview of what the partner opportunity portal is. So, let's go. So, for the second month, you and your members should be doing value delivery and brand advocacy. So, within 8 weeks of joining ISEC, IGT members should be able to go from matching to complete, taking your time to train and teach your members and also committing yourself to do so. And I leave you the ideal timeline here if in case you want to check it out, right? All right, so I'm going to teach you how to create a new opportunity. I'm going to go a little bit fast because it's a lot of simple steps. And basically, if you're not in EXPA, send me a message so I can give you access to it, right? So here we're gonna select organizations, another organization. This is also when we close the sale and they have agreed to work with us, right? So we're gonna name the company, we're gonna put the image, the location, brief description, we're gonna fill all the fields. And then we're gonna create a global opportunity a global talent opportunity, I'm sorry guys. And then we're gonna start filling the fields, everything as normal. And then just editing like the job description in case like you're doing a GB, which of course is not your case. You need to do SDG alignment, but it's very similar to the other process. And the basic information, when do they finish, how much they get paid, and everything. And the role description. Then the prerequisites, the backgrounds, the skills, the nationalities, the languages, the study level, and if like an English test is required. And here is just like how to approve an EP. So basically, when you create the opportunity on Expo, people will start applying for the position, and we'll start shortlisting. We'll find the right candidate, and we pass it to the company to do interviews. Then from the OGX side, like once an EP has been accepted by the company, the EP has to sign a couple of documents, pay their fee in their home country, and we mark them as approved, both as home and host, and that is how we get an approval. And from us, our EP accepts the opportunity. We don't do any more interviews because we have already selected the people, and we mark them and we start doing the visa process, which we'll talk more about in the next slides. So ideal selection timeline, just for you to communicate with your company, is that we promote the opportunity for around 10 days in the ISEC platform. We send a short list of CVs, normally like 5, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the company. And then you can see here like month 1 and month 2, what should be happening with us and the company in this time. And then we'll talk more about the onboarding process, but these are the ISEC responsibilities, the company responsibilities, and also in the bottom you can see the ideal timelines in months and days. And just for you to know, this one is the partner opportunity portal, and it's basically a website which is designed for a company. If they find us on any sort of like B2B marketing or in a web page, they can come here and they can create their own opportunity. And what happens is that it opens on Expa, it sends me a notification, and I will assign it to whichever LC is closer to the opportunity. And that is basically it. So let's really briefly go into preparation and experience, which is about delivering the promise, right? And I want to show you the standards, what we are supposed to deliver to the interns, and a little bit about like the tier 5 visa that we provide, which is also part of our value proposition, right guys? So let's talk about the ICE exchange standards. First, the definition is that the exchange standards are exactly that. They develop a level of quality in our products when we deliver the experiences. And these are 8 standards for preparation. We need to give them a personal goal setting, outgoing preparation, insurance, expectation setting. We need to work with them the visa or work permit, the arrival pickup, the accommodation, and the incoming preparation. And then you have experience standards, which need to be delivered ongoing with their experience. So we accompany to their first day of work. We have alignment spaces with the opportunity provider, which is the company. We make sure their job description matches what they're doing, their working hours as well, the duration as well. If there was any opportunity benefits, like phone, computer, accommodation provided, anything like that. And once they leave, we provide departure support as well. And last is just a post-experience standard, which when they go back to their home entity, they just do a debrief of the experience and how it was and how it developed them as leaders. And here you can see them complete, all of them. And it covers like everywhere from like preparation till when the customer pays on approval, and then we start delivering all of these standards. And delivered by the OGX side or the home entity is just this 4. And then you will see that our work is to deliver the rest of them. maybe a little bit unfair, but like, to be honest, this is how we deliver the experiences that we promise, by delivering the standards to our interns. And yeah, another like slide just for you guys to see it complete. So our measure of success, it's the complete, which is when they are realized, plus the standards, and when they leave, they do a survey in which they mark if every single one of the standards was completed. And in order for us to have a complete experience, we need to deliver 14 out of 16 at least. But there are 4 non-mandatory standards, which are the only ones that we can fail. Out of the 16, we can only fail 2 of these 4, which is arrival pickup, first day of work, the working hours, and the departure support. Those are the only 4 that we can fail in order to get the complete at the end of the experience. And of course, I did not include, because there's like a huge checklist of like each single standard and how to deliver and what is the question that they ask at the final survey. But you guys can find it here. Oh, sorry guys. You guys can find it here if you click on the image or you click on where it says here. And it gives you the breakdown on how to deliver standards. Then moving on to the next slide. Supposing that it moves. Sorry guys. Whoop. There we go. So let's talk about the visa office that we have here, because here in Isaac UK we're very fortunate to have our own in-house visa office, meaning that we can select interns from all over the globe. The company doesn't have to worry of where the intern comes from, only from that the person is qualified to do the job. And the scheme that we offer to our partner companies and trainees is called Tier 5 Visa Government Authorized Exchange. And if you guys are not from the UK, you might be familiar with some of these schemes. For my case, I am here in a Tier 5 visa as well. So there's a little bit like prerequisites. First, for the migrant, they need to have student status or have graduated no more than 3 years ago and have like a valid degree. Then they need to have a valid passport for the duration of the internship, and they need to pay a fee of £644 to pay at the home office for their visa plus their national health insurance, which is very convenient because it also provides them with health insurance. And for the company, we need to review if the company is a Tier 2 sponsor, and I'll show you how to do that, because there's a list of Tier 2 sponsors. And if they're Tier 2 sponsors, they don't need to provide any further documentation, just the Global Talent Contract. But if they're not, they need to give us the initial assessment form, which I already showed you guys in previous blocks. And relevant documentation, we need their employer's liability insurance certificate and their latest audited accounts with the name of the accountant clearly stated and employer's paid. Nice, right? And a little bit of the process overview. We just need to confirm the duration of the internship and that the migrant will be paid at least minimum wage. They need to pay all the fees. For the companies, the global talent fee for our services, and for the migrant, the OGX fee and the visas fees. And make sure that we have all the necessary documents, the passport, the degree, and from the company side, the documents that I mentioned in the previous slide. And we will send them 2 letters that is called the migrant and client care letter, so we can provide them with a certificate of sponsorship. And this is our value proposition, because we sponsor the candidates so they can apply for visas. And once they get their certificate, they can apply in their nearest visa center anywhere in their country, and it will take around 15 working days to get a decision on their visa. And I'm gonna end up the blog here, guys. Make sure to come back regularly if you can, because iGT and Isaac are always under construction, always evolving. And of course, there's more things coming. And while we develop this experience together, we can also keep working on our iGT Bible. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and hopefully this was useful. And I'll see you soon at EVGO.